welcome to Mr. Randy's Wine and Spirits. I am Mr. Randy, and we're back here again today for another episode of Off the Rip. What is an Off the Rip episode, you say? Well, it is the first part in a three-part series that Mr. Randy does when he is reviewing a bottle, libation, what have you. Here we are. If you're new to the channel, hello and welcome. To all my returning viewers, good to see you. Come on in. You know how we do. So today we're showcasing the Copper Dog. I have not yet learned how to properly pronounce it. I will look that up and have it for you when we come back here, halfway point where we do the full review. Okay, so supposedly there is a pub called the Copper Dog. I guess it's inside this hotel or adjacent to said hotel. This is a Speyside blended malt Scotch whiskey. We love Speysides. Blended malt, as long as they're all malt, which it is. Now this is a 40% alcohol by volume. There is your batch number. It is a 750, which means it is bottled for universal export and import to other countries that see fit to give you that extra 50 milliliters. So there it is. We're going to give you a little slow roll. There is the Copper Dog, they say. You can look that up. I'll have all that information when it comes to the full review. Spirit of Britain, product of Scotland, imported by Diageo. So this is a Diageo product. So we're going to go ahead and figure out how to get into this bottle. There it is. It's a lot less difficult than I thought it would be. We're not going to deal with all the housekeeping. Cork pop in 3, 2, 1. Wow, that was crazy. That was a good one. That was a good one. Natural cork may or may not be a good thing, depends on how long it's been in there. So this one has been a long time coming. I have been looking at this thing. I have seen reviews from all my friendly whiskey tubers out there who have done this at some point in time. It has got a nice, beautiful color. Makes me kind of wonder more about it. Is it added color? There's nothing clearly stated on the bottle. Maybe I'm wrong on that. Hold on. It says Old Oak Casks. It says Old Oak Casks. That is about as much as we're getting on that information. On the nose, it does have like a Glenmorangie. It has a Glenmorangie characteristic. It's very close to a Glenmorangie. Kind of that sweet, almost somewhat citrus, sweety, lightly spiced. It's got a nice nose. It is definitely making me think about Glenmorangie. I have definitely turned the page. I had that Glenmorangie 10 and did not like it. I thought it was going to turn me off from the whole line. Then someone said, no, brother, try the 12. I said, okay, I tried the 12. Thank you very much, sir. You absolutely salvaged my whole thing about the Glenmorangie. I also tried the 15, which I think is, I can't remember between the 15 and the 14. One is sherry, one is port. And then there's another one, and then there's the 12. The 12 is leagues better than the 10. That's why they discontinued the 10 and puts everything into the 12. Good job. That's a very good call. So we're going to get a look at the viscosity on this thing, if we may. That's sheeting pretty fast. There's no legs, but it is sheeting. You see, it's just, I don't know if you can see that. Let me give it a little roll. Yeah, there's no legs. It's just sheeting. There's a couple of bit. Nope, I wouldn't consider that a leg. There, yep, no legs, just sheeting. So maybe it's my glass. We're going to check that again on the full review, so make sure you come back for that. Beautiful nose. Let's get on the palate. Oh yeah, that's nice. It does kind of, yeah, I mean, the nose is more like a Glenmorangie, but there's a little bit more spice. There's a little more spice on this one than a Glenmorangie. At least that's my opinion. Let me get another one. I gotta say off the rip, this is looking pretty good. all but that viscosity. I hope that maybe it's the glass. Before I do the full review on this one, I'll strip the glass, and then we'll go ahead and see if it was the glass or if it was. It doesn't seem like it's watery, but there's not a whole lot like this telling me it's got really good viscosity. It's got light to moderate. Let's go ahead and get a finish on it. Viscosity is questionable at this point, but we'll double check. So to finish, lots of spice right on the tip of the tongue. I would say the spice is probably a 3 out of 5 intensity. Now it's kind of migrating. I get a little bit on the roof of the mouth. It's starting to slow roll back across the top of the tongue. No heat yet. Nothing on the cheeks. I take that back. There's a little bit on the cheeks now. Very light. Now it's primarily on the top of the tongue. Wait to see if anything comes up on the very back end. There is a slight bit of heat. Very light warmth. Kind of almost barely noticeable. Not bad. Everything's sort of balancing out at the moment. Yeah, I would say that's a pretty light to moderate finish, but this is off the rip. Let us know what you think in the comments. And as always, thanks for stopping by here at Mr. Randy's Wine and Spirits. You have a good one.